Fraction Test 1 Review, Understanding Fractions. This is for numbers 3, 6, 28, and 17 in that order. This video is going to cover multiplying fractions, which is repeated addition, and how to find a number of and a total amount if you're given a whole number and a fraction. So it's like a division problem. So those are the two things we're going to be learning. Let's start with number 3 and number 6. They're really using the same number. So we're going to do these two kind of together. So let's start with number 3. Number 3 says, George's mother gave him 6 glasses of iced tea, each filled 4/5 of the way. How many glasses would George be able to completely fill? Okay, so what do we know? We know that he has 6 glasses. Each were filled for 4/5 of the way. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Each of them is 4/5, which means they're not full. None of them are full. Okay. Now, if we want to find out how many glasses he would be able to completely fill, we have to fill up the glasses. So I'm going to take this water, no, it's tea, this tea out of this glass, and I'm going to pour this tea into each of these glasses until I don't have any more of this. Okay, so how much tea would it take me to fill up this glass right here? To fill up this glass, I would need another 5th, right? Because what is 4/5? It's 1/5 plus 1/5. We're going to decompose that number. Plus 1/5 plus 1/5. So I'm going to take this 1/5 and I'm going to put it in here. And that's going to make this glass totally full because it'll be 5/5. Because 4/5 plus 1/5 is 5/5, right? I'm going to take this 1/5. This is now gone. And I'm going to put this 1/5 in this glass, right? Which 1/5 plus 4/5 is 5/5. This glass will be totally filled. Right now I have 2 glasses filled. Okay, these are gone. I'm going to take this 1/5 of this glass and pour it in here, where 1/5 plus 4/5 makes a full glass, 5/5. That's gone. I'm going to take this 1/5, pour it into this glass. Again, that makes me 5/5, correct? And then I have 4 full glasses. Now, I have this extra left over here. Is that full? No. Can I get tea from anywhere else to fill this up and not have another glass that's not full? No. So how many full glasses do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4 full glasses. And this one right here is not all the way full. It's almost full, but it's not all the way. So my answer is 4. Now, I'm going to do this another way. I'm going to do this without the picture. I wanted you to understand what we were doing with the picture. So I'm going to do this without the picture. And I want you to think about that picture as I'm doing this with numbers. Because you need to be able to understand it both ways. It's much faster without a picture. So that's what I want to get you to. I want to be able to get you to do that quickly. Okay, so basically we have 6 glasses each, which means times, right? So it's 6 times 4/5, correct? Which is repeated addition. 4/5 plus 4/5 plus 4/5. We're going to do this how many times? Hopefully you thought 6. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need one more 4/5. 6 times. We know that when we add and subtract fractions, the denominator stays the same. How many 4s do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 4 is 24. So your answer is 24/5. Correct? Look right here. We can do it this way. 6 times 4, what does that equal? 24. 24 out of 5 is 24/5. Now, we're going to take this 24/5, and that's an improper fraction, and we're going to change it into a mixed number. Now, how are we going to do that? We're going to take out of the 24/5, we're going to subtract how many whole glasses we can get. We're going to keep subtracting whole glasses. So 1 whole glass is 5/5, correct? There's 1. What would that leave me left over? It would leave me 19/5, correct? I'm going to subtract 5/5 again. That's another whole. That's 2 full glasses. What does that leave me with? I'm going to erase this so I have a little bit more room. Well, 19/5 minus 5/5 there's what? Hopefully you said 14/5. I can still take another whole glass out. Here's another one. That's going to equal 11/5. I can take another whole glass out, which would equal, oh, did I make a mistake somewhere? Let's do this again. 14/5 minus 5/5 is not 11/5. 14/5 minus 5/5 is what? It's 9/5. There you go. 9/5 minus 5/5, which is another whole, equals 4/5. Ooh, I'm getting close to the edge. All right, 4/5 is my leftover. I can't take out another glass. How many holes do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 whole glasses and 4/5 of another. What did I just do? I changed my improper fraction to a mixed number. 4 is my answer. 4/5 is left over. Now, our next question says what? Our next question is number 6. Let's go ahead and read number 6. You go ahead and find it. Ooh, I'm sorry, I'm making a mess. You go ahead and find it while I try and erase my writing, which is not letting me do it, so I'm not going to erase it. Here we go. Number 6. On 6 different days, Cindy read a book for 4/5 of an hour. We have 6 again and 4/5. We kind of did this on purpose for your test. It made you do a little less work, but still understand, show us that you understand that you were multiplying 6 times 4/5 and what you would get. Again, we've already answered this question, so let's keep going. What is the total amount of time Cindy read her book on the 6 different days? Well, basically, you've already answered it. 6 times 4/5 equals 24/5. So your answer is going to be 24/5, which is D. Now, D is the right answer because why? Let's review. 24/30 was not even a possibility. We got the numerator of 24 is correct, but 30 does not match our denominator of 5. 10/11, I don't even know where that comes from, so that's not good. And 10/5 doesn't really make sense to me either. So the correct answer is D, 24/5. Okay, we're now going to start on number 20, which is in the back of page 2 on your test. Find that now. Okay, number 20 says, Bradley uses 2/3 of a cup of sugar to make a batch of cookies. The expression below shows how much sugar in cups he uses to make 4 batches of cookies. And then it tells us the expression 4 times 2/3. 4 times 2/3 means that you have 2/3, not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times, which would equal what? 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 8. Oop, that should be a 3 at the bottom. And this would be 8/3. Now, I could have also multiplied. Remember, my denominator is always going to be the same here. 4 times 2 is 8, 8/3. There's 2 different ways we can do this. We could do it with repeated addition, or we can do it with multiplication by multiplying the whole number by the denominator. Now, which fraction model is equal to the number of cups of sugar Bradley uses for all 4 batches of cookies? So we're looking for 8/3. Okay, well, A has how many equal pieces? 4. Correct? What is each one going to be worth? It's going to be 2/4. So this is 2/4 plus 2/4 plus 2/4, which equals 6/4. That's not the same as 8/3. Not even the same equal pieces. Look at B. Again, we have 4 equal pieces. We have 1 out of 4, 2 out of 4, 3 out of 4, 4 out of 4, 5 out of 4, and 6 out of 4. That's the same as this. These two are exactly the same thing, just written differently. Look at C. Okay, Well, this is 1.5 plus 1 and another half plus 1 and another half plus 1 and another half. Well, that would equal 4 wholes. Let's put our halves together. 1, 2, 3, 4 halves, right? And if we put these two, that could make a whole, and this two, which would really equal 2. So the answer is 6. 6 wholes. Okay, look at 8. Here they were broken up into what? 3 equal pieces. How many do we have? We have 1 out of 3, right? Plus 1 out of 3. Another 1 out of 3. Another 1 out of 3. Another 1 out of 3. How many 1s out of 3s do we have? We have them once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 thirds. D is the right answer. So what did you have to do to answer this problem? Well, the first thing you had to do was know what 2 thirds 4 times was. It was 8 thirds. Then you had to break that up and see which model would be the same as 8 thirds. The answer is D. Let's move right along to numbers 8 and 17. Numbers 8 is in the back of page 1. So let's move that to that one now. Okay, number 8 and 17 are the exact same type of problem. You're just showing that you know it 2 different ways or 2 different times. Okay, this is telling me that you understand by not being able to answer this, that fractions are really a division problem. So let's look. I was eating alphabet soup when I noticed 1/5 of my letters were vowels. I had a total of 50 letters. How many letters were vowels? Okay, so you have 50 letters, right? 1 out of 5 means you have this 50 divided into 5 equal groups, equally. And you want to know what's in one of these 5 equal groups, which means you have vowels in this group and the rest are consonants, right? Because 1/5 plus 4/5 equals 5/5. And we only want to know what 1/5 is. So if we were going to put 50 into 5 equal groups, what would we be doing? We would be dividing. 50 divided by 5. We don't even need long division. This is a basic fact. 5 times 10 equals 50. So that means it's 5 here, right? No, I'm sorry, that means it's 10 here, 10 here, 10 here, 10 here, and 10 here. Let's count it. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So there's 10 vowels, and how many consonants would there be? 40, because 10 plus 40 is 50. So your correct answer is 10. You had to divide the denominator by the whole number and then find out how many equal groups you had. The correct answer here would be 10. Now, number 17. Number 17 says there are 24 books. 1/3 of them are fiction. The rest are nonfiction. How many books are nonfiction? So you have 24 books. 1/3 tells us that 24 is broken up into 3 equal pieces, right? We know that 1/3 is fiction and the other ones are non-fiction, which means how many non-fictions do you have? You have 2 out of the 3 equal groups. Now we need to find out how many are in each group. To do that, we need to take 24 and put it into 3 equal groups. That's dividing. 24 divided by 3 equals what? 8, correct? So 8 is fiction. This group is 8 and this group is 8. How many groups of 8 do we need? Correct. We need 2 groups of 8. So your answer is B, 16. That is how you find the amount when you're given a whole number. You have to divide and find out how many groups you need.